Okay, so welcome to this lesson on body mechanics and the most commonly made mistakes for all of us with lower back pain. Mistakes that might even cause our lower back pain in the first place, but things that also would definitely aggravate it. Okay, well, let's first talk about this concept or this principle called body mechanics. And it's important that we understand this because whenever we use the language of good body mechanics or poor or bad body mechanics, we would appreciate what that really means. So body mechanics means the intelligent use of your body within certain actions. And so I guess when we say intelligent use, that would be a good body mechanic. So I guess body mechanics, if we would just make it more general, we'll say the way that we're using our body structurally as we accomplish certain tasks in our life. In other words, how we're standing, how we're moving, how we're orientating in relation to that which we're doing. This is going to be known as body mechanics. Now, good body mechanics implies that you're using your body in an intelligent way. That means a way that is structurally designed in a way that is going to keep you injury-free and the one that's going to conserve energy and that's going to always be the safe, intelligent move. That's what's called good body mechanics. Now I'm going to give you some examples, okay? Just from the very beginning here, we're appreciating that there's a principle that how you use your body structurally is going to matter, okay? And that the little details are going to count the most, all right? Let's give an example of body mechanics, okay? So I'm going to stand up, and as I give an example of body mechanics here, I'm also going to kind of share with you what I feel is one of the commonly made mistakes for all people with relation to the action of lifting. Okay, now we all know that, maybe we know that lifting things with poor form or poor body mechanics is going to cause stress in the lower back. But now let's kind of look into which are the worst types of moves and how we can make them better with the application of this principle called body mechanics. So, here I have a suitcase, and this is a very common situation, right? People are traveling, or it could just be a heavy bag, it could be anything, it could be at work, okay? But here in this example is a suitcase. Now, I'm going to first show you an example of poor body mechanics, okay? I'm going to show you two different examples. Now, one example of poor body mechanics is, for example, I have a car in front of me, and I'm going to put my suitcase into the trunk of my car, all right? Well, poor body mechanics example will be, I'm not going to turn my legs, I'm going to stay facing the trunk of the car, and I'm just going to reach over, keep my legs kind of straight, and kind of bend over to the side, and then as I lift up, I'm going to lift and twist, and all that's going to be done with my back, okay? And all that, so it's going to be a lifting and twisting only with my back, not using my legs at all, and a lot of stress and strain for my back. Now, this particular suitcase here in this example is not very heavy, so I'm able to demonstrate this safely. But if this was a proper suitcase full of stuff that was really heavy, well, then I would definitely not want to be doing that, because that is what I'm demonstrating as poor body mechanics. And this is one of the best ways to herniate your discs. Many people I know have herniated discs from this exact action, from lifting and twisting at the same time. Okay, well, there's another way of doing poor body mechanics with relation to this that doesn't even involve the twisting, just the lifting alone. Okay, so here I am, and I need to get something off the ground. Well, if I want to get something off the ground, and I do it, and I keep my legs straight, and I just end up lifting, and I know I'm lifting, you can even see what's going on. The lifting is coming from my back. That's really not in any way what we want to be doing. We do not want to be lifting from our back. Now, that, even if you don't have back pain, you don't want to be lifting from your back, because this is, again, not only is this an aggravating action, this is a causal action for herniated discs and other kinds of lower back trauma. Okay, so I'm so far showed you two examples of poor body mechanics so that you understand what you're looking not to do. Yeah? Legs straight, twisting and lifting, or just legs straight, lifting. Now, what's an example of a good body mechanic? Now, a good body mechanics is going to be, how can I use my body in an intelligent way, okay, and keep my back straight as possible, within the action. Okay, now this is an example here of the suitcase. depending on the size of the suitcase and depending on what I need to do and the orientation, clearly if I wanted to lift this up and I wanted to be smart about it, it would have been at this height. I wouldn't go all the way to the ground just to pick up a suitcase. I would have been smart enough to have it at this height because every detail counts, okay? So that goes without saying. But let's put it back down just so we show this example of something that is lower to the ground and how we would navigate that. If it's possible with your knees, then what you really want to do is something that relates to a squat, because a squat is going to relate to leg strength. Okay, whenever possible, you want to lift from your legs. Now, if you've ever worked out, if you've ever done, stuff in the gym or all these intense stuff, that might be one of the causes of your back pain, funnily enough. But either way, you would have hopefully been instructed to do lifting with your legs. Well, here it is as well. So you want to get as close as possible to whatever you're lifting. You do not want to be far away. Body mechanics means get nice and close, get it as close to the center of your gravity as you can get. Okay, keep your back straight, get a nice grip, and use your legs. Use your legs, not your back. Okay, so that's our first example. Another example, let's say that my knees, or any number of reasons, that's not really a possibility to be doing this kind of a squat, okay, but you need to get to the ground anyway. Well, at that point, you remember how we do come to the ground. We'll come to the ground on one knee, and then we can kind of do our thing, get our thing all ready. We have to lift this thing up. So here we are, and then we can come up from there. Okay, so those are two ways, and come down, I have to get down to the ground so I can come down from here. Okay, but whatever I'm doing, I'm not gonna drop something down from my back. Okay, because these commonly made mistakes that happen in our daily life and living situations and at work and traveling, these are really, really significant things. One unconscious action, one mistake, one time you do something with really poor body mechanics and you do it maybe too fast and you do it, that's enough to really hold us back. Now our system will always allow you to attain your pain-free life, even if you lost it due to some funny action or something that happens, and you got your pain back because you did something. No problem, just keep going with the system and it will go away again. But no doubt, okay, understanding that everything part of our daily life and appreciating the commonly made mistakes are to be avoided, relating to how are you interfacing with things on the ground, how are you lifting, and that's all about body mechanics. And now you know what body mechanics is. Now you know how to apply it in your life. Now you know it's all about keeping your spine straight and using your legs, okay, and not using your back and not twisting as well. Okay, so applying body mechanics in your life and avoiding the commonly made mistakes is one of the major parts of the system. So hope you're enjoying everything so far, and we'll see you at the next lesson.